Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, moviepilot.com, or YouTube itself. What up, world? 2017 is over, man. We had a lot of fun in 2017, man. It's 2018. I had to get right for the night, you know what I mean? If you guys are familiar with my channel, man, you know how I do every year. I give you guys my 3 honorable mentions, like the 3 movies that just missed out on my top 10, and then my 10 favorite movies from 10 to 1. This year, I want to do it a hair differently. I'm gonna give you guys my bottom 3 because I don't see every single movie, so I don't see enough movies to have 10 least favorite movies of the year. If I did it the way I watch movies now, like 10 through like 7 would be movies that I actually thought were okay, not bad. Precursor before I get into these movies, man. I didn't outright hate any movie this year. The lowest rating I gave was a 2 out of 5 as far as like Letterboxd standards. So my third from bottom is Transformers: The Last Knight. It was just dull, man. It was boring. And for a movie where Optimus Prime is supposed to have gone bad, it didn't deliver on the trailers. Transformers movies always have dope trailers, and then you never deliver on the promise. So, so as the audience is getting tired of Transformers movies, I kind of think Michael Bay is too. My second from bottom is Sandy Wexler, that Adam Sandler Netflix movie where he's like an old agent or something, and like his time has passed, and he is it's about his rise and fall in his career field, and it's Sandler doing the Adam Sandler things. Like, I've always loved Adam Sandler, but I too can admit that his shtick is tired. It's like, hey, we did this type of comedy in Billy Madison, in Happy Gilmore, in The Water Boy, in Big Daddy, in Mr. Deeds. They were all successful. Let's do the same thing. Audiences don't want that anymore. Like the crowd that watches Ridiculous Six, The Do Over, Sandy Wexler, it's time to change the format, man. It's time to change the equation. And then my least favorite movie of the year, a movie that everybody else I've seen talk about this movie has adored, loved, drooled over. My least favorite movie of the year is Brawl in Cell Block 99. Vince Vaughn killed it. Vince Vaughn did his thing. But other than that, man, this movie bored me. I think that the violence was too over the top, and it was all for shock value just to get people to talk about the movie. And I don't know, man. Like, maybe I just wasn't in the right headspace watching it, but I just did not dig this movie. Let's get into the honorable mentions real quick, though. My third honorable mention is Wonder Woman. For all the accolades, for all the praise that Marvel gets, they didn't get out the very first successful female-led comic book movie. DC did that, and it was adored by fans, by critics. Gal Gadot killed it. Her chemistry with Chris Pine was good. The action scenes are cool. People knock the third act, the final fight between Wonder Woman and Ares. I liked it. And then my second honorable mention is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And I loved the first one. I loved this one. This one is a 4.5 to me. For the cast chemistry, the Guardians together, playing off each other, building that camaraderie. That's what made the first one magic to me. I think the villain is way better in Volume 2, but they split the team up. And that's kind of where the half star lies for me. And I got homeboys who act like if I don't give a great movie a perfect 5, I'm wiping my ass with it and giving it a half star. So my first honorable mention, basically number 11, is Spider-Man: Homecoming. Tom Holland to me is to Spider-Man as Ben Affleck is to Batman. I think Tom Holland is the perfect Peter Parker, the perfect Spider-Man, as I think Affleck is the perfect Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm so geeked that we finally got Spider-Man in the MCU. Michael Keaton was great as the Vulture. There's so many like Vulture-like comparisons. His like it felt like he was in high school. He's an age appropriate actor playing the age that Spider-Man is in the movie, and everything just clicked and everything just worked. And like people like to make fun of, man, there's no Iron Man overkill in this movie. Downey's barely in it. The story is dope. The action scenes are dope. The suit is dope. Um, the cast is dope. I mean, there's so much to praise about this movie. So now to get into my actual official 10 through 1, my actual favorite top 10 movies of this year, man. Number 10, I had Get Out. I loved it. I loved it, man. It was a breath of fresh air. Just super early in the year. The cast is dope. The symbolism is dope. For Jordan Peele's directorial debut, it was so entertaining, man. And the callbacks, like something is said at the beginning, it's again referenced or utilized in some other way at the very end. I don't necessarily want to see a Get Out 2. Like, how do you really do Get Out 2? I would like to see other horror movies. I would like to see Jordan Peele do more directing, is what I would like. At number 9, I got the Lego Batman movie. This movie was so much fun, man. It was so funny. Like Will Arnett is great as the voice of Batman. His relationship with the Joker, his complete unawareness that he adopted Dick Grayson. The references, like the jokes, is what just made this movie great to me. They reference every type of incarnation Batman has ever been in. Makes it's self-referential, makes fun of the lesser Batman attempts, references to other Lego properties. Man, this movie was great, man. I loved it. I would love to see other Lego heroes get movies. I would also love to see sequels to the Lego Batman movie. At number 8, I got Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Great follow-up to The Force Awakens. A seamless transition from one movie to the other. Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, the new cast, Adam Driver. They're all still great. They all still give great performances. Luke Skywalker gets 1,000,000,000% more to do in this movie. And if you really think about it, man, you understand Luke and you understand his dilemma. The humor is good. The tension is good. There's points in this movie where I had no idea who was going to make it to episode 9. You think the porgs might be irritating, like Jar Jar Binks level irritating, but they're not. They provide good humor. And it built up my anticipation for episode 9, no doubt. At 7, I got Coco, the most recent release from Pixar. And I mean, as I said in my 3 favorite movies of the fourth quarter video, this movie is just beautiful, man. Beautiful animation, beautiful characters, beautiful music. It's funny. I saw this movie twice in theaters, and I loved it even more the second time. At number 6, I got Split, the most recent movie from M. Night Shyamalan, who came back with a vengeance, man. James McAvoy gives one of the best performances all year, playing 23, 24 different characters. I guess we kind of maybe only see like 10 of them. Still, the kids are good. Anya Taylor-Joy is good. There's 2 other girls that I can't remember their name, but man, like this was the first movie that just completely blew me away this year. And as the years went on, I kind of think it's went under some people's radars. There's a follow-up on the way that could easily make my most anticipated list for 2019. At number 5, I got It. And man, me and It have a rocky relationship. The miniseries terrified me until I was shit. I'm sorry, it still creeps me out a little bit. Fuck, there's no until I was numbered. But this movie is so much more accurate to the book. Bill Skarsgård is the main topic of discussion anytime this movie comes up. Man, it's crazy how he can just throw his eyes in 2 different directions at the same time. And Pennywise is fucking creepy in this movie, man. There's a couple different times that the jump scares got me. It's effective, man. The kids are funny. It's as 80s accurate as I can tell. And all the kids have good chemistry. They give convincing performances. And all this movie really did was build anticipation for chapter 2. Liberties are taken, changes are made aside from the setting, and they all work. They all work. There's nothing that I had wrong with this movie, man. Some people thought it was fine. Some people didn't even like it. This is one of my favorite movies all year. At number 4, I got Thor Ragnarok. Easily one of my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movies to date. Um, for Thor having the weakest, in my opinion, solo movies before this far and away makes up for the first two. Um, Chris Hemsworth is great. Mark Ruffalo is in it as the Hulk. He's great. Kate Blanchett, instantly one of my favorite MCU villains. And there's slight setup for Infinity War. It's real subtle. Blink and you miss it. And number 3, I got War for the Planet of the Apes. I really hope this isn't the last movie in this series. The ending kind of, it could be chapter 3 of a trilogy, or it could be the bridge to number 4. They could go anywhere they want. I really hope Matt Reeves comes back and does more after his Batman movie. Andy Serkis kills it as Andy Serkis does. Caesar, man, you could see the pain on Caesar's face from all these movies, man. Rise, Dawn, all of it, man. Just the burden of leading the species into the future is just weighed on him so hard. And man, this is hands down, like, as much of a Batman head as I am, this Apes trilogy is my favorite modern day trilogy. At number 2, I got Baby Driver. If it wasn't for Scott Pilgrim, this would be my favorite Edgar Wright movie. Dude, the story, the backstory, the performances, the details, man. This is the best Jamie Foxx has been since Django Unchained. Kevin Spacey, say what you will about the guy, he gives a good performance. John Hamm, Lily James. Dude, the driving, like, as far as I know, there were no effects in the driving scenes. It was all stunt guys. It was all real cars. From the opening credits all the way to the very end, man. This movie was so enjoyable to watch, man. Ansel Elgort kills it. Like, the music is dope, man. Like, Edgar Wright's eye for this, man. It's like I said in my review, it's a love letter to Atlanta. My number 1, man, my favorite movie all year came early in the year, man. And then when my 2 and 3 came out, I kind of bumped it and then rewatched some things and, like, thought about different things, man. My number 1, my favorite movie all 2017 is Logan. Hugh Jackman gives an amazing performance. It's just like Caesar. He has all of this X-Men history on his shoulders. It's rated R. This is finally the Wolverine that we've deserved since 2000. This is legacy all in one movie. This is his relationship with X-23. There's so much, man. This movie is so good, man. James Mangold outdid himself, because I loved the Wolverine. And then we finally got this. Like, Deadpool opened the door for Logan to be rated R. It was so great. Like, it was Wolverine unleashed. It was violent. It was vulgar. It was everything I've ever wanted in a Wolverine movie, in an X-Men movie, and it was executed just so masterfully. And it sucks that Disney bought the rights to the Fox properties. They own X-Men and Fantastic Four now. And this was Hugh Jackman's last performance, man. It's bittersweet. So, man, that's my list. That's my 10 through 1. I'm sure there's going to be disagreement in something I said. What were some highlights and lowlights for you guys this year, man? There was a lot of great movies this year. There was a lot of, like, the summer was weak as shit. But it's like outside summer, there were some pretty good gems throughout the year. Real curious to know what you guys loved, what you guys hated. And, you know what I'm saying? Drop comments, man. Let me know what's up. My 3 favorite movies of the fourth quarter is posted. My most anticipated movies for next year is on the way. My Blu-ray collection update for January is on the way, man. Stay tuned for all of that. All my December reviews are on my channel too. Downsizing, Star Wars, Ferdinand, Father Figures, Pitch Perfect 3, The Greatest Showman, and Jumanji. Check those out, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.